Oh, what is going on, guys? So here's Michigan. 2 days ago we had snow on the ground and we were in the 30s, so you know it makes total sense that I'm now out here in flip-flops getting ready to grill in short sleeves, whatever. So I was gonna make a short video today. I say that all of my videos I plan on being short, and they never are. We're gonna do some grill tips today. So I'm gonna flip the camera around here. So here's my little setup. When it comes to grilling good food, you don't need anything fancy. You just need a bunch of shit sitting out in your yard. Looks nice, neighbors love it. Alright, so here's what we got. My first tip, get a bigger grill than that. Don't get me wrong, these little Weber grills are fantastic. I've had this thing for probably, 9 years. It's been out in the elements, rusted to pieces. Little fins on the bottom that open the grates down here. Yeah, they're all broke off and rusted off, so I have to fill those suckers with tin foil to plug them up. But you know, it's an awesome grill. These are great grills. But that being said, for this size, if you're cooking for more than 2 people, don't even bother. You have to jam everything on there. So, bigger grill, tip number 1. Tip number 2, get one of these guys, chimney. If you are one of the guys that fucks around with that pre-start whatever lighter fluid filled charcoal, or you use lighter fluid, I had to smack you right in your mouth. That's horrible, horrible. Tastes like shit. It's all that chemicals and everything that you're putting in your food. I have Kingsford right now as far as charcoal goes. I normally try to get the lump charcoal, which is actual real wood. Not that this isn't, but it's pressed into lumps and everything, or into briquettes with the Kingsford. The lump charcoal is actually like full pieces of wood. I actually prefer that. My dad got this for me last time he was in town. Sweet guy, and I appreciate it, so I didn't say anything. But I prefer to cook with lump charcoal. Get a chimney. So not only do you not use lighter fluid, but this sucker will start your charcoal twice as quick as putting lighter fluid on it and waiting for it to fire up. This thing is way better. Basically the way it works, put your charcoal on the top, flip it over, paper in the bottom, light it up, and watch it go. Uh-oh, wife's home. Hey, quiet, 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 Reese! Anyway, so get one of those. Absolutely worth the money. Tip number 2. Reese, hush. Tip number 3. Reese, clap. Tip number 3. Use old paper that you're gonna shred, like old bills, college student loan statements, bank statements, stuff like that. Use that to start your chimney. You're just wasting it if you shred it. So use it to start your chimney. You're getting rid of it, and you're using something to start your chimney. Tip number 3. Tip number 4. Get an instant read thermometer. If you open the top on your grill, you're letting heat out and you're not cooking. So get an instant read thermometer. Know exactly what your meat is at. You don't have to cut into it, guess. You can just do a quick read, throw the top back on your grill. Tip number 4, I believe. Tip number 5. Go get some wood chunks. Right here we've got cherry, here's hickory, here's mesquite. That will absolutely make you a grilling professional in all of your friends' minds. So you can get each one of those bags. I think I paid like $6 for at Home Depot. In fact, keep an eye out, because sometimes they'll go, I think those were on clearance actually, and I was able to pick them up for dirt cheap. And I actually got 2 of each at the time because it was such a phenomenal deal. But you can get those at the grocery store. Shoot, H-E-B, Meijer, any of those grocery stores, Kroger. If you go look in the barbecue section, you can find them. Absolutely night and day difference in the taste of the meat when it comes off the grill. It's cheap, it's easy. You throw 2 or 3 chunks on so they last for a long time. I think I've had these bags for over a year now, and I'm halfway through maybe. And during the summer, I grill all the time. So tip number, what was that, 4 maybe, 5, I don't remember, whatever tip that was. So next tip, Sorry, my wife was pointing at me out the door. Next tip, cook with indirect heat. This right here is a fire brick. It's made for high temperatures. I guarantee you, if you stop being lazy, get on Craigslist right now, you can find one of those, 100 of those for free. Go pick one up, or go buy one. You can go buy one from a masonry place. It's like $1 a brick. It absolutely makes a difference. So your fire goes here, all your food goes on that side. So obviously the top grate isn't in, but when the top grate goes in, you only cook over direct heat if you're gonna sear something. So when you put your meat on, so today I'm cooking chicken. When I put my chicken on, I'm gonna put it over the direct heat. I'm gonna make sure the coals are red hot, flames coming off of them. I'm gonna put it right over that for about 30 seconds to a minute on each side. And then after the minute and a half or so has passed, I'm moving it all over on that side of the grill. And that's where it's gonna stay for the rest of the cook. So the one disadvantage to doing that is, it takes longer to cook. So I've got these big old fat chicken breasts I'm gonna cook up, and they're probably gonna take about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Just depends on what my heat's doing. We got a little bit of a breeze, so it's gonna keep it a little cooler, but still, it takes a little bit longer to cook. But the flavor you get off of it and the juice you get off of that chicken afterwards, it's night and day difference. Cook over indirect heat. You only use direct heat to sear your meat. Same with steaks. If you're cooking steaks, you sear them over the direct heat. If you're a guy that likes some kind of rare, medium rare, your steaks, cook them for about 30 seconds. Just sear them 30 seconds on that direct heat with it red hot, flames coming off of it. Transfer it over to the cold side. Finish out your cook on the cold side. Steaks you really want to watch because they cook real quick if you like them rare to medium rare. Last tip that I'm going to give you today. Get some Reynolds wrap, and when your meat comes off that grill, wrap it up in Reynolds wrap. This is tin foil for anyone who's wondering. If there's any guys out there that are not familiar with anything from the kitchen, I got your back. It's tin foil. Wrap it up in tin foil. Do about 2 or 3 layers. That's going to trap that heat and that juice in with that meat. And I don't know the science behind it, but I'm going to guess. I'm guessing what happens is as the meat cools and it's sealed inside with all those juices, it's going to contract those juices back in the meat. I don't know if that's factually accurate or not, but I can tell you this, that every time I've started letting my meat rest, and that's the other part of it too, is let it rest. Let it sit for 10 or 15 minutes after you get it off the grill and you wrap it up. 10 or 15 minutes. It seems stupid, it seems like it's not going to do anything, it absolutely makes a difference. But ever since I've started letting my meat rest, I pull out a chicken breast, which as everyone knows is not the juiciest of chicken cuts. You pull out those chicken breasts 3 days later out of the Tupperware, that Tupperware has juice draining out of it. There's so much juice. So absolutely let your meat rest and wrap it up right after, literally take it off the grill, wrap it up and let it sit for 15 minutes. And the last tip, which actually should have gone with the chimney, is stop fucking around with a lighter and matches. Especially, you can hear, I'm sure in the video, the wind today. Stop fucking around with a lighter and matches. Use a man's tool. Alright, when you go to light your charcoal, just use a man's tool. Alright, if you guys have any more tips, tricks, anything you want to share, if you want to tell me I'm retarded and don't know what I'm talking about, comment below, shoot me a message. I'd love to help you guys out. Talk to you later, man.